welcome you guys to another episode of DailyCarMods. Today we're going to be showing you how to change the rotors on the 2002 Subaru WRX wagon. I'm going to be switching them to some drilled and slotted. The tools you're going to need is, of course, a ratchet, 14mm socket, a 17mm socket, and just a small extension. Alright, the first thing you're going to do is remove these two bolts right here. That one. There's that one, and then there's also one on the bottom, right there. These are 14mm bolts. Okay, once you remove the two 14mm bolts, you can just remove your caliper right off, put it up to the side. And now, probably won't be able to see this, but you have to remove two 17mm bolts. This one, and there's also in the bottom. I don't know if you can see that, but it's like that one right there. Okay, once you've removed the two 17mm bolts, you can just take this off, and I guess the brakes can stay on there, or you can take them off too. It doesn't really matter. One thing to remember is that you should always probably have WD-40 with you, because these bolts, at least on mine, were pretty hard to get off. I struggled more than I needed to, but with some WD-40 you should be fine. The next thing you need to do is, if you're not going to keep your rotors, you can hit it. I'm using just a regular, just a hammer, because I'm not going to reuse them anymore. So you just hit it and knock. Yeah, also, if you are going to want to keep them, just use a rubber mallet so you don't damage them. You just hit it and they should go. The other thing you probably want to do is also have yourself some brake cleaner, because these do come with some grease. And just give it a quick little spray of brake cleaner. Just grab a rag and just wipe it off, just to make sure you got all the dirt and crap off of it. Okay, and then you just put your rotor back in. Put it in, and then the way that these are supposed to go, it all depends on the fins on the inside. If they're curved to one side, you want the fins to face the side that they're going to be spinning. That way they can catch air into them. These are straight fin, so it doesn't really matter. But the reason I'm putting them on like this, because I looked at my brother's Evo and his were like that, so I thought I should put them that way. So yeah. Okay, so once you got your rotor back in, you take your bracket, put it back the same way you took it out. You grab your two 17mm bolts and you just screw it back in. Make sure that the one with the washer is the one on top, or at least that's how it came on my car. Your car might be different. And yeah, just screw them back in. Once you get done with your installing your 17mm bolts, you just put your brake pads in. I'm putting in new ones, and yeah, you just compress the two cylinders. I'm using a C-clamp. Don't forget to open up your brake fluid reservoir so all the air can get out of there, and it makes it easier to push these in. And yeah, compress the two pistons. All you do is just put your caliper back in, two bolts, two 14mm bolts. Screw those back in, and you're pretty much set to go. Alright, now for the rear disc, all you have to do is take off a 14mm bolt there, and there's a bottom one right there, that one. You take those off first.
So once you remove the two 14mm bolts holding the caliper, you're going to remove the ones in the back that holds this piece. And they're also 14mm. Okay, once you remove those two 14mm bolts, you're gonna take your bracket off. It just slides off, and then you're gonna hit it with either a rubber mallet, or what we have here. What we have here is just a regular steel mallet. Or once you hit it, it should be loose. If it doesn't, just hit it once more and it should come apart. when we were doing the rear ones on the other side, we couldn't take it off because we found out that you have to release the e-brake or it won't come off. So once this one's off, you can just slide this one on it. Yeah. Okay, once you have your rotors in, you can now begin to screw this one in with the 14mm socket. Okay, once you have your bracket on, you can slide in your brakes, and then you can use the seat clamp to get your piston back on. And assemble the caliper. Okay, once you have your piston back pressed, you can slide it back on and start tying the 14mm bolts.
And once you have the two 14mm bolts back in, you're pretty much done. Thanks for watching another episode of Daily Car Mods. Please give this video a thumbs up, subscribe, leave us a comment. Any questions also, we'll get back to you on that. Also, be sure to subscribe so you can get our new videos. We're going to start making videos on the Evo, and also the project car that we have, the E30, the 1985 BMW. So stay tuned for that. Thanks.